Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where and when you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin, and I'm Kevin. And more importantly, this morning, this is my coffee. It says, chase your dreams. There we go, chase your dreams. And you got, of course, this leopard, fastest animal, and you want to chase fast. And it's just wonderful. It's October 19th. Can you believe it? I have to have another sip. Mm, mm. I hope you're joining me with a hot cup of coffee, a hot cup of tea, or whatever you're drinking, fruit juice, a smoothie, whatever it is to you today on October 19th. Yes, indeedy. Wow. Can you believe it? We're sliding through the last quarter. The last 3 months of the year we're sliding through, and we're more than halfway through this month. My goodness. And this month, it's spooky. It's Halloween. I saw my first witch downtown Newport Richey this week. My first witch. I'm hoping to see a lot more. A lot more. I know that if I were back up home, and in Salem, Massachusetts, those of us coming out in full dress already for at least 3 weeks. At least. I used to love going to Salem because it's just so wonderful and so spooky, so scary. Yeah. October 19th. What's today? Notable birthday would be Alfred Nobel. You know who Alfred Nobel is. The word Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, I'm going to sit up a little bit closer so you don't get stirred by all this. Nobel Peace Prize. Alfred Nobel was actually the inventor of dynamite and sold dynamite to other countries for their wars. So it's funny. It's a nice story. I love to tell about it. Nobel at a certain point of his life realized that didn't want to be known for that. He wanted to be known for someone who helped the world. So he created the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay. So what else on today? Oh, Magellan's discovery of the gateway of circumnavigating the globe. Basically, Magellan. You know that the early GPSs were called Magellan. Basically, discovered the world is not flat; it's round. Well, he discovered the world was much larger than we thought it was. And so he discovered the way to the Pacific Ocean, a whole new realm. And this was in 1520. This wasn't just a couple years ago. Okay, this was in 1520, when the world, especially if you were in Europe, was thought to be fairly small. Fairly small. Okay. What else happened on this day? My Fair Lady came out. The Guggenheim Museum in New York opened on this day. 1959. Perfect. So yeah, October 19th is quite the day. Today what are we speaking about? We're speaking about procrastination. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. In our chat, I'm going to see who's up there now. Brenda Martin, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this. I just said, hey, I'll wait next week. I want to talk about that because when I put stuff off, and I do, and like all of us, I regret it after a while. I regret it when it comes time to do the thing I'm supposed to be prepared for. I'm always prepared for this, but sometimes it's at the very last minute. I know I have an idea what I want to do. I know what I need to do to fill the content. But sometimes I do put it off to the very last minute. Next week. Yes, let's do that next week. Don't think about it today. All right. That was Brenda. I'm going to show on stream. Yeah, see, Brenda says next week. Next week. Okay. Now, let's see what we have because I love the quotes on procrastination. I got those right away, though. Um, when you ask for something with AI, it doesn't procrastinate and goes out and gets it. So, first one is a year from now, you may wish you started today. Doesn't that happen to you? This has happened to me many times. I'm going to try to get this so we're getting as least amount of. This has happened to me many, many, many times. I'm going to give you the blur. How's that? Give you a little eye into my background. A year from now, you may wish that you started it today. How many times do you look back, maybe not even a year, maybe a few weeks ago, and say, crap, I knew I needed to get that done. I wanted to get that done. Something happened and you hadn't gotten it done, and you wish you had. That happens all the time. Procrastination is opportunity's assassin. We're always looking for opportunities for this or that, whatever we may want. If we're in business, we're looking for opportunities all the time. Procrastination is opportunity's assassin. I mean, if you procrastinate, the opportunities aren't going to be there for you. The definition, someone wrote the definition, luck is preparation meets opportunity. If you're procrastinating, you're not prepared. So when the opportunity comes by, you're not prepared. I was hitting the wall of procrastination this morning. I had completely forgotten I had a health fair to go to today. Setting up and everything. And I was supposed to have been a few things prepared. I've been working all morning. And yeah, I'm going to be okay. However, this should have been done weeks ago. Next one. Procrastination is the art of keeping up with yesterday. The art of keeping up with yesterday. Not today, not tomorrow. Procrastination is keeping up with yesterday because we're getting things done we should have gotten done yesterday, or last week, or last month, or last year. If you want to make a job easier, if you want to make any easy job seem mighty hard, just keep putting it off. The idea here is a lot of stuff we put off is so easy. We can get it done so quickly. And yet, we keep putting it off. And it gets harder and harder and harder to do. I love telling a story when I'm talking about procrastination with my clients and my students. I love telling a story about, attacking a garage that you got a big garage that's got stuff all over it, and you need to paint the walls. And, you got to move stuff all around, and there's a lot of walls. And the idea is just take a corner, just take a little corner, and that's what you want to do to start. So you move the stuff out from the corner, which only takes probably a couple of minutes, and you bring the paint over, you clean it up, you start to paint it. And that may take 15 minutes or so to just get that little corner, just several inches of that corner done. And then after that, you want to do more. Then after that, you want to do more. And all of a sudden, you got a good piece of the wall done. And all of a sudden, you're saying, well, I want to do a little bit more. So you start moving stuff a little bit more away from the walls. And you're doing more. Before you know it, you've got a fairly good amount done. You're looking at it and say, this was pretty good. What can I do to prepare for tomorrow or for later on? That's a key, by the way. preparing yourself for the next step, for the next time. And my last quote from Zig Ziglar, one of my favorites. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You have to start. We put things off. Well, procrastination is there all the time. Trying to find, I got some more content to share with you. Procrastination's there all the time, and we keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Why do we put it off? Why do we put it off? A couple of reasons. A few reasons. It's fear of success. It's fear of failure, first off. If you don't start it, you never fail. That's a common thing. That's the most common thing. But sometimes, putting out the garage, right? Cleaning or painting the garage. What failure? Still, in the back of our mind, we think there might be failure, that we think we might screw it up, make it worse. And then there's fear of success. Yes, there's a such thing. Fear of success means, okay, if I get this done and it works, then what do I have to do? Then what's next? And that leads me to the last thing, because that's the what next. You don't know what it is. It's the fear of the unknown. If I start this, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. I may have an idea what's going to happen, but I'm not sure if I get this done, if I start it or get it done. So it's the fear of the unknown. So those three are the ones that actually are our problem. Fear of not knowing the unknown. The unknown includes not knowing how. It's a little bit of the fear of failure, by the way. So there's some overlaps there. Now, so today, don't wait for the right time. When I work with my clients and have them do goal settings, and I do all sorts of cool things to make sure the goals are right and stuff, I have them write down something they can do right after we finish. What is it you're going to do to start? Not that they're going to get it all done, but they need a starting point and they need to get started. That's the thing. That's the thing. You say you're going to wait to the right time. How many of you have ever done, New Year's resolutions? And then how many of you have put off New Year's resolutions to the next day? Well, yeah, I was going to start my diet. I'll start it tomorrow. I'll start it next week. I'll get it done at some point. That's procrastination. Procrastination is the grave where opportunity is buried. I love that one. I love that one. I don't know who the author is, but I just have it on my screen over here. Don't let ideas die waiting for the perfect moment. Create the perfect moment. Don't let the tasks you need to do, push off anymore waiting for that perfect moment. Create the perfect moment, and the perfect moment is now. If you like this, please, and share this, and comment. And if you're watching this and you're going to find that perfect moment to do something, come back and comment and say, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. All right, all. I will see you next week. Unless I put it off for a week. No. All right, bye-bye.